Welcome to the Game Rage Music Show.
Hey, buddy. That is right. It's back. It's us back again for another episode of All Gas, No Trash. This is episode number 27. And man, we got some fun things to talk about tonight.
Yeah, let's shoot from the hip. Start off with and this is something maybe we could talk about on the all new Tripping from the Pine podcast, the sports podcast of the
True
Rage Network.
Yeah.
What did you make of the halftime show?
Oh man, I loved it.
You did?
Yeah, I loved it, man. I like Usher. All right, I got a lot of Usher on my fucking playlist.
You got it.
Yeah, listen, again, people know this about me, that I'm a normie fucking dickhead when it comes to music, right?
Uh-huh.
I like the stupid poppy shit. I mean, most of it. I mean, not all of it, but I like some of it. And that right there, what would that be? It's hip hop. It's like hip hop, pop, R&B, but it's poppy, whatever that is.
It's digestible for
it is, man.
masses.
It's catchy as fuck too. And that was me growing up. That was my growing up phase in the early 2000s when that really popped off. Now, granted, hardcore R&B Usher when he first. What is that? Did you leave the fucking sink on? Man, Adam, leaving the sink on, making my water bill go up. Jesus. Well, anyways, I forgot I'm Josh and he's Adam. So in case you forgot who we are, but
Should've done that.
I know I forgot. We should have done that all the way at the end. Oh yeah, by the way, we forgot him. So I don't know about. I wasn't really super into R&B Usher in the late 90s when he was doing his R&B stuff. I wasn't really super into that, but once he turned more, I guess, mainstream or poppy and threw in more hip hop kind of shit to it, that's when I really started enjoying Usher. And that was, like I said, in the early 2000s when I was in junior high, going into high school. And yeah, man, that Yeah song was like the fucking theme song.
It still holds it down for most parties and most DJs.
Man, I'll tell you right now, everybody that was here was literally, except for fucking lazy ass Brian, was sitting his ass on the couch. I mean, granted, I think he was holding the baby. Oh no, he wasn't even holding the baby because his girlfriend was dancing with the baby.
Oh, yeah?
The whole time that the whole halftime show was going on, them three, the ladies were all dancing, and then once Yeah came on, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And then I got up and I started fucking getting into it. I started dancing to the crunchy grooves of Yeah. And then I told them, all right, if Little John doesn't come out, at the beginning, I said, I'm going to be mad. And I said, if Ludacris doesn't come out, I'm going to be double mad. And man, they did not disappoint.
How can they not?
I agree. How could you not do that? And it was kind of cool because they also, Alicia Keys came out, which was surprising. And I was not really expecting that because I don't think Alicia Keys and Usher have really ever actually collaborated before.
I don't remember.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's not something that I remember. So it was pretty cool to see that. She came out, that big ass red piano was pretty fucking sweet. Yeah. And she came out and did, her songs. And then when they introduced Little John right before the Yeah fucking song or whatever that he was there, I was like, oh yeah, they're definitely doing Yeah if they got his ass there. I was like, that's probably gonna be the closer. But then they did that Turn Down for What song that it's like another Little John. Man, that song's fucking great too. I thought they played a little bit of Get Low, like they started it, you could hear the beat going in the background, and then they stopped it. So I don't know if they were just not allowed to play that song and they were like, oh, because it's from the windows to the walls to the switches from my balls. I don't think they would let them play that at the Super Bowl.
That's why I think it's something of a weird collaboration between Usher, because he's kind of got a clean image, and Lil Jon is a little on the
he's on the dirty side for sure.
He's on the harder side a little bit. So the fact that either of them ended up working together to make that song is something of an anomaly a little bit.
Yeah, no, it is. And then they had I think Will.i.am came out at some point. I think he was the dude with the mask. Like he had that like, I don't know, that Temu mask. It's like that Temu mask that I have for the internet show. He was wearing some weird like half mask, and I didn't know if it was her or not, but somebody said that the artist HER was the girl on the guitar. Oh yeah, I didn't know who that was. She also had a bunch of shit on, so I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, it was hard to tell. The only reason I knew that was Will.i.am was because I think Katie was looking it up, and she said, "Oh, that was Will.i.am in the thing." Because I had said, what did I say? I said that I thought it was fucking. God damn it, I don't remember who I said, but it was funny because I was like, I thought it was kind of whoever it was that I said, and it turned out obviously I was like dead wrong. Right. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And then so anyways, I enjoyed the halftime show, man. I thought they put on a great show. It wasn't, you know how they do that shit where they have all these people and it's these weird, like what was it? Not the last one, but the one before that. When it was
Dre? Dr. Dre?
No, not Dr. Dre. Wait, who did the last one? Wasn't it
I don't know.
Because last year wasn't it in LA? Oh no, because it was the Rams. That was the year before. Was when it was in LA.
2022, I think.
Yeah. Well, whatever the one that wasn't anybody in rap. It was like a mainstream, artist. I forget who the fuck it was. Yeah. But they did this shit where they had shit hanging from the ceilings, and then people were doing all this weird shit. And I'm like, man, that's just too artsy fartsy for me. I don't like that. Man, Usher brought it. He came in, fucking danced the whole thing, actually sang the songs. Didn't fucking have a recording like most of them do when they do their choreography. Sweating his dick off. All right, man. He was moist when he fucking halfway through when he was up grinding on Alicia Keys, man. Yeah. You could just see he was just fucking sweating. And
I imagine both of them are married, right? Because
probably
there was a little bit of promiscuity. I'm thinking you guys are both married.
True, but then I kind of look at it as that's part of the performance. You know what I'm saying? That's part of like Usher as a character. He is a promiscuous fella as the character. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure Alicia Keys, I don't know what her gimmick is now, but I mean, before she wasn't really, she was straight laced, plays the piano, very classically trained musician type person, right? But I mean, she's getting edgy, like whatever. That was cool. I mean, I was cool with it. I didn't have any issues with it. Again, it's like if they're gonna be in a movie and they're gonna make out. Okay, yeah, I'm sure people that are married in movies aren't gonna fucking be all like, macking. Yeah, I mean, you do it for the role. It's part of the character. It's the character. You just get to make out with people for free. Yeah. So
it's free for your job.
Yeah, like you get a pass basically.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I mean, I don't know how my wife would feel about that. That's something we should probably ask her. If I was in a movie, like a major movie, or if I was in a major music video or something, like if Millennial Frog makes a music video and I have. I don't know, that chick from the Blink-182 video from 20 years ago.
Oh God,
because we could probably afford her now. As a nostalgia act.
You're gonna be pulling a Vince McMahon, dude. Just
what if, and I just make the video. We're making out the whole time.
Oh, it's pipital to the.
It's pivotal to the character of Millennial Frog that I make out with this large-chested woman. Oh yeah, I'm sure she wouldn't like that. So yeah, I'm just saying that probably wouldn't happen. But
nope.
Yeah, maybe they don't care because they're multimillionaires. Maybe it's different when you got a lot of money. I don't know. So, but yeah, other back to the subject though. Yeah, I did thoroughly enjoy it. I thought they did a fucking hell of a job. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. The dancing and shit. It was all low key. It was not low key dancing. It was hardcore good dancing or choreography, but it was low key in the sense that there wasn't 800 people doing it. It was just him. And yeah, there were backup dancers and stuff, but there weren't like 50 of them. There at one point, yeah, a bunch of people came out, but
it was double digits. Yeah.
Yeah. At one point, but generally throughout the beginning first half of the performance, it was him and like 6 people.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, eventually after Alicia Keys popped in and then they flooded in with all those techno looking dudes. Yeah. And man, that suit, that fucking outfit that he wore with the blue and the Tron like outfit.
Yeah.
That was fucking dope. I was like, man, I want that. That was pretty sweet. Not that it has anything to do with the music, but I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
It's music adjacent.
Yeah, I mean, it was part of the performance. I mean, I guess the performance itself is part of the music, right? It's it's part of the art.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of it? What was your opinion?
I enjoyed everything else but Usher.
Oh man, you didn't like Usher?
I do like Usher, but it's very clear that his best days were in the early 2000s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Because the catalog of songs they played were
that was it.
It was it.
There was nothing new.
I mean, it just kind of fell flat for me. And also, he sounded flat a couple times, and I'm not. That's not to discredit, because I know he can sing.
Yeah,
but at the same token, with all the choreography, it made it. I was like, I think I would have preferred
that he just
pre-recorded.
Oh yeah,
lip sync.
I don't know, man. I kind of like that when they actually, because it to me that's. And granted, now Usher's old now, right? He's an old man, essentially.
I don't know, man. He looks great for 40 or 50.
Yeah, he does, but he's in his like 40s or 50s, so he's an old man. So I get it if he's getting gassed halfway through, because shit, man, that's hard to do. To not only do the choreography to the level of which he's doing it, and then also and then sing, and not have those. Like that was fucking impressive, and to me, that is one of the most impressive things about the live performances when they do them. If they do the chord, like Britney Spears, when she does that shit, the majority of the time it's to a backing track. It's lip synced, and she's busting ass and doing all kinds of crazy shit. I get it, but it'd be much more impressive if you actually sang the songs as well at the same time.
Nah, I feel like it's too big to fail. You can't have it. That's why you do it. I feel.
I see what you're saying.
Because if he botches it and it's noticeable, then it
fucks up the whole thing.
Then it becomes something on the internet,
a meme.
Yeah, and I
feel like it's gonna become a meme anyways. So
everything else was cool. Alicia Keys, I mean, Lil Jon coming out, Ludacris. And it made me think of the Cat Williams thing about how he
the 20 movies and the fucking, and I'm like, here he is getting shoehorned in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he's himself. But he was himself because he had the full fro and everything.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to Fast and Furious time, clean cut.
Gotta be
Yeah.
Gotta shave that head.
Yep. Yeah, I think everybody else was really interesting, and to see Lil Jon, I'm like, shit, man. I just had Lil Jon hold it down for the whole fucking halftime show.
That would have been great, sweet, man. That would have, because every song that Lil Jon makes is fucking awesome.
It gets you turned.
Oh yeah, you get fucking crazy, and it was sweet as shit. Did you see the beginning when they did the national anthem and stuff and then the America the Beautiful or whatever? Yeah, with Post Malone and Reba McEntire did the national anthem.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think about
that? I don't know. I don't know if it was because of the television I was watching it on. Maybe it was. I'm not sure, but I couldn't really make out what Reba sounded like.
Yeah, I mean, we watched it here with the surround sound and shit. So the Post Malone thing was cool. I mean, listen, obviously everybody knows Post Malone can actually he can hold it down. He actually sing. He's not just fucking rapping or whatever. He can actually fucking carry a tune and sing. And his rendition of, I think it was America the Beautiful, that was fucking great. It was good. Reba did, when she did the national anthem, because Katie, one of the things Katie always says when people do the national anthem, she fucking hates it when they don't just fucking sing the song. They try to make it their own, and they riff it. And they do all this shit. She fucking hates it.
I do too.
And I agree. I do not like it. And Reba pretty much sang the fucking song as intended up until just the very end. And she did a little bit of a freestyle with the, whatever stuff. And I didn't mind that. Katie Foes was like, oh, that's
unacceptable.
Yeah. So I was just like, I didn't mind it. The one thing that I didn't fucking like that really kind of pissed me off was they had this weird I know she's a Western or a country music artist, but they had this fucking Western country twang going on in the background. And I fucking did not like that at all. I kind of felt it was a little disrespectful. Like the national anthem, it's all about, respect.
Orchestra, strings.
Right. It's classical.
Horns.
You don't fuck with it. You don't put your little, you don't put that shit in there. Because that was what was just, I couldn't get that out of my head in the background. Just the, and I'm like, fuck you. This is not country music. All right. This is the national goddamn anthem of America, the greatest power on the planet. You put some respect on that name.
Yeah.
That's just what I thought.
I don't need no Southern drawl on my national anthem.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, it does also make us just look like we're all a bunch of dirty rednecks. So that, that doesn't,
or whatever painted image one would have overseas, or any other part of the world. they would definitely have it. They're like, oh, what's this business?
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, you got anything else on the Super Bowl performance?
Should we talk about the Taylor Swift dubs? Because it's music adjacent.
Yeah, it is music adjacent. I think we should. Okay. I already know that it's not good that Taylor Swift was featured at all, like regarding this whole thing, right? I already know that's bad. It already pisses me off. So I'm sure it's already like, yeah, this is stupid for you because it's football, not fucking Taylor Swift. So with that in mind, how do you feel How do you feel about them cutting to her as often as they did?
We did a count.
Oh, you did a count?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How many did they get?
Everybody guessed how many screen appearances.
Yeah.
All the way up until
the end of the game.
And it wasn't whoever was closest. It was
You have to
who got
get it
right.
Okay.
I missed it by 1.
Fuck.
And it was because fucking Patrick Mahomes. It was a little bit after. It was like 2 minutes after
Oh, okay.
the game ended, and Patrick Mahomes took up a majority of the fucking
Yeah.
time. So I ended up being 1 short. I counted 14 with the game, just the game.
14 in. Okay, granted, they did play overtime, but
14 on-screen shots.
That's a fucking lot, man.
Yeah, it is.
In a 4-quarter fucking football game, well, I guess this was 5. I mean, that's basically 3 a quarter. 3 times she's shown on the screen a quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a lot. That's a lot, considering that she has nothing to do with football other than that she's dating Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it here because they wouldn't allow, I guess Vegas didn't want to do this bet of whether or not Travis Kelce was going to ask her to marry her. But they did it in Canada. You could do it in Canada? Yeah, you could bet. They were taking bets in Canada if he was going to do it.
That's some real degen prop betting. Dude.
Oh, that is the most degen prop betting you do. If I think there was one for how many times she was going to appear on screen, and I think there was one that was saying something about like what she was going to be wearing. It's all kinds. Yeah, there are some fucking degenerate gamblers out there that Vegas will make these fucking lines.
Y'all gotta fuck off to Canada.
Yeah, they're like, no, sorry, we're not going to go that deep. We'll let you bet on what color shoes you think she's going to wear, but we're not going to let you bet on whether or not he's going to fucking ask her to marry, because that's fucking ridiculous. But Canada was like, oh yeah, we'll take those. You guys come on in.
Yeah, that was one of the bets that was happening, was whether he would propose to her. Since this is technically music news, I suppose.
Yeah.
And obviously it didn't end up happening.
Right. Yeah.
And I thought maybe the time would be once he got the trophy.
Oh yeah.
He was gonna walk down, get on one fucking knee, and do it.
Yeah.
And there was a portion where he said something. I think it was Beastie Boys related.
He did
Fight for Your Right.
Viva Las Vegas. He's saying fight for your right to party. It was super cringe, man. I thought I was like,
I would have been a little bit embarrassed. I'm like, I don't know if I would want to propose after that. In my mind, if I thought that was embarrassing to follow that afterward.
I told Katie when he was doing that, I said, oh, hey, this is his intro. He's going to retire and then he's going to start a music career now. This is his fucking intro.
Yeah. And I thought maybe I'm reading into it too much, but by the time his whole diatribe ended, or his whole speech, diatribe the right word? I have to look that up.
Yeah, word of the day.
Yeah, word of the day.
By the time his monologue was over.
Yeah, I saw her dip her head.
Like she went, oh fuck.
That's not happening. And then they got the shot afterwards of them kissing and shit.
Which I did. I told them here when we were watching it. I said, man, this is the fakest fucking couple on the planet, dude. Like, just the weird way she was touching him, patting him, just giving him little pats on the back. And I was just like, oh man, I don't like this.
I am way fucking off on diatribe.
What does diatribe mean?
Bitter, abusive denunciation, a prolonged or exhaustive discussion. Oh, actually, no, it is somewhat appropriate, because he did talk at length, and was getting kind of stupid.
Yeah. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does
makes sense. All right. Yeah.
So where
I was just saying that I just felt like that whole little interaction with them after the fact was just fucking
in front of the cameras.
It was all for the cameras, man. It just and then just the way they were touching each other. I'm like, man, these people ain't never fucked before. Like the way you touch somebody I don't know, man, it just looked weird to me. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're weird. Maybe they're just weird people. I don't know. But it just didn't look. It looked fake, man. I don't know.
I don't really know what to make of the relationship. I was more interested in the betting, the degenerate nature of people wanting to gamble, and I thought it was amazing. And 14 appearances from start to end of the event itself.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And not that this is related to music itself, but it got me thinking about. Actually, no, it is kind of music adjacent, but it got me thinking about how back in the good old days during the Roman Empire when they have the Colosseum and battles and shit,
Yeah.
how the artisans and because there was like a caste system,
Right. Yeah.
that there was an emperor and there was the whatever the high society was.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is probably just as relevant or parallel to what we have now. That people, there's people in the skyboxes that are rich,
Oh, yeah.
and celebrities and stuff, and everybody, the plebeians, fucking sit in the nosebleeds for $6,000.
Yeah.
It'll probably cost them like a tenth of their net worth or something.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know. It just got me thinking about that. How these celebrities probably didn't even pay for their ticket, but their appearance or their image is enough for them to just be
waltz right
in a skybox or whatever.
Yeah. So, do you think? Because that's an interesting thing. Because I made comments on Twitter about the bringing back the lion fights from the Coliseum.
The lion fights.
I made comments about that, and as you say that, it is that's kind of what sport has become for us.
It's
and really, I feel like sport. Well, fuck, we could talk about this on the sports podcast about.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah,
that. But okay, so back to musical. Do you think she is performing next year at the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Maybe as long as this relationship exists, it is probably in the service of both of them because she's being televised and shown everywhere. She's already pretty goddamn popular. If anything, she'd be doing the NFL a favor.
I was gonna say I think she's more popular than the NFL for sure.
Yeah.
Or at least individual team. I think she's more popular than any individual team in the NFL. Maybe I don't know about the sport as a whole. Probably, but I don't know enough to know. But I know for sure she definitely is more popular than every single individual team in the NFL.
Yeah.
So she would be doing them all a favor. And I do think next year she does fucking perform at the halftime show. And it's what?
Then that would be maybe an ideal scenario if he came out and he proposed to her that.
Well,
if they end up making it,
yeah. Well, no, they will.
Don't make it. Yeah.
They will make it.
They will make it.
The storyline demands it.
The storyline,
and we will talk. You know what? If you want to hear the furtherance of that, listen to episode 1 of Chirping from the Pine, because I am gonna do a deep dive, and I'll let you all motherfuckers know why I think that she's gonna perform next year. It's not even tangentially related to music, so we're not gonna get into it here. But
yeah.
I do think that musically she will perform next year at the Super Bowl. I think that she's going to be the halftime show with who fuck if I know.
Yeah.
They'll probably throw some other assholes in there. And maybe Ludacris will come out again. Fuck. Maybe they'll get Kanye West and it'll be the goddamn reunion tour.
Oh, man.
And they'll fucking collaborate.
That'd be fucking great, dude.
That would be pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah, I need that controversy.
Oh, man. That would be awesome. So, anyways.
One other topic that's worth discussing because it's so stupid that I can't believe people made it as big of a deal as it was. Drake's hot dog. People are arguing over fucking the shape of his dick.
Why? Who cares?
Yeah, it was a whole thing, dude. It just.
There's a guy. Okay, go ahead. I'll listen.
Oh yeah, fans. The term "dick writers." For a fan base.
Literal.
Right?
That's literal, bro.
To be defending people, to be defending an artist and his dick. It's so strange, dude. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life.
Especially for someone who's a musical artist. I mean, it's not like he's a porn star. Sure. If he was a porn star, I guess, yeah, you'd have to fucking defend his dick or whatever. But he fucking sings, he raps, all right?
And for the record, I didn't even look at it. I just thought the subject was fucking funny and it's just weird. Yeah. Well, anyways, what do you got to say about it?
There's a guy that I know that one of his friends, I think is some. He's on like Twitter. He does like fucking what is it? Comments on shit. He does bullshit like that. And I guess he commented something really sus about this whole situation.
Did he say "nice cock, bro"?
No, it wasn't something to that effect. But it was something about it was heavily criticizing his dick. And so my buddy's like, oh man, you can't come back from this. Like you gotta just change. You can't even, I was like, oh, you should tell me you should just change his account name. Cause he was getting roasted by everybody for saying. I don't know what he exactly said. I'll have to find out what his exact name is, and then I'll have to look it up and see what he exactly said.
Was it critiquing his member?
Yeah, he was doing something to that effect where he was talking about imperfections in it or some weird shit and saying about how he was somehow relating it to like the music or like his next album release or some shit. And I was like,
that's pretty cool,
dude. That'd be hilarious if he was doing it jokingly, but he was being serious. And then he just got roasted online because then he was trying to defend himself by saying,
you already lost.
Oh yeah, it's like, bro, you're done. Like once you get roasted, that's it. You just got to roll with it. And so I was telling him, I was like, oh man, you should probably like fucking tell him to just delete his account or change his name on there. And he's like, oh, he can't change his name because he's like, oh yeah, he's got like, I think the guy has like 50,000 followers or something. And I'm like, fuck, that sucks. I was like, well, guess he's just gonna have to fucking pack it up and just move out of town, and go to another country and just live out the rest of his days in Italy or some shit, being an unknown person. And then maybe they'll say, hey, there's the guy that commented on Drake's dick. Like, but yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't understand why.
Sure, whatever, man. It's you saw somebody's genitalia, but
that you weren't supposed to, I guess, right?
And if you saw it, I mean, big whoop, dude. I mean, everybody has.
Listen,
everybody has a genitalia.
Everybody has. What is that? Everybody poops. It's like,
everybody poops. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So why is it a big deal? Like, who gives a shit?
Know.
Who fucking cares? So yeah, I don't know, man. That guy gets me.
All right. So main course,
the main event.
And then we'll follow with dessert with a couple new songs.
A couple new crunchy grooves brought to us by Adam because I ain't got shit.
And just to preface those songs real quickly, this Australian guy I know, he posted this in his Discord, and I can't remember if they're called Cosmic Psychos, I think is what they're called.
Okay.
The song's called Fuckwit City.
Oh, man, that sounds awesome already.
Yeah, and I thought, this is great, dude. Somebody is showing what's happening in Australia locally, because they're not like a big band or anything, but it's just cool that I get that kind of insight. And I thought it was a cool song, so I thought we should play it on here. And then there's a rapper that caught my interest this week that I want to hear the whole song. I just heard a piece of it and it just sounded good from the initial. I want to listen to the whole thing.
All right.
And I think the artist is named Demahjiae or Deja. I don't know.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
It triggers my dyslexia.
Kind of like that Doimo or whatever the fuck that gossip thing that we were talking about on the other show. Domo, yeah, that triggers something in my brain that just frizzle out. I don't know why.
Yeah. So the topic of the night it's pretty simple, but I just want to see where we can go with it because I don't know. I just think it's kind of a fun thing to think about.
Yeah, because
we talk about music related topics, but we never really talked about what music does for us or does to us, and that's the topic: is how has music influenced you, and what have you gotten out of music? No, wait. How has music influenced you, and how have you used music to your for whatever purpose?
Right.
So, you got anything?
Oh yeah, I could go if you want me to go first.
All right, go ahead.
So, for me, music has always been, I don't know, maybe it's because I grew up playing sports, but for me, it's always been, or it started out sports related, maybe. And it was something to get you hyped up, to get you locked in, to get you zoned in, and get you just ready to go. And I don't know if that's more of a ritual type thing, I guess, maybe. But for me, that's kind of where it started at. And I mean, I've talked about it before on here about how I got started listening to fucking rap music when I would get in trouble, and I would just fucking I would get all any shit that I had taken away. And I don't know why, but my mom would let me have this old shitty radio, and so I would just flip through the things, and that's how I got into hip hop. It was just by scrolling through the radio stations, and so that it started out as that, and then slowly it became more of something of, oh, you can just enjoy these things, you can just sit here and just listen to it. And I don't know, it's almost more than that, because music never is just something for me to just listen to. It always evokes some sort of emotion. It always evokes some sort of reaction inside of me. And that's, I mean, I don't know, maybe that's the mark of a decent song or a good song, is that it actually plucks those strings on you. And
metaphorically.
Yeah, metaphorically speaking. Also, I mean, music has kind of become, I mean, really, if I'm just being honest, you know, with this whole fucking millennial frog fucking thing, it's kind of just become an expression of it's become what is it? An art form of expression, I guess, or it's an expressive art form. Like,
yeah, it's like a prism of yourself.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, fuck, say what you want, whether you like it or you don't. At the end of the day, yeah, I started out making it as you know, like a joke, but I actually put effort into every single fucking thing that I do. And maybe I'm simple minded in the sense that, you know, the song titles that I like go for and stuff with my expression of music, I try to make the song feel like whatever it is I'm talking about, or whatever it is that the song title is, that is what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is the title of the song. So this song is about this. It's about some sort of despair. It's about some whatever it is that I'm, you know, the title is, that's like kind of the emotion that I'm trying to maybe go for, or a feeling that I'm trying to get. And that's maybe the feeling that I'm feeling while this is happening or whatever, while I'm making it. So it's become another outlet, another creative outlet for me, which I kind of honestly never really thought that it was ever going to be like that. I kind of dabbled with it with that chiptune shit like 10 years ago. I found this app that had basically just loops and shit, and you could kind of take instrumentations and you could just kind of put shit together. And so I was fucking around with that, and I made a lot of fucking cool stuff that I thought was pretty good that I was going to use in something, didn't know what, but use it in something. And then obviously I just never did. But maybe that's where the real true millennial frog actually was birthed, was back then, and doing that kind of shit. And, you know, I don't know if this is weird or if we've talked about it before, but I mean, maybe you and I have talked about it personally, but, you know, you've said before about how you have this like soundtrack in your fucking head, right? And I have the same fucking thing. I don't know if that means I'm an NPC or not, or maybe it means the opposite of that. Because when I'm doing something, I immediately think of what song, or a song pops into my head as I'm doing something, or I'm like getting ready, like, oh yeah, man, like the fucking that show, that the TED show on Paramount or whatever it is, the show version of the movies.
Okay.
When he's a kid, they get high and they're walking down to the stairs. I forget what the fuck the song is, and the song's playing, and like that's how I feel. Now, when they're actually walking, they're literally just like they're singing all high and shit, and so it's just funny. It's a funny little moment, but like that thing of having that song playing in your head and you feeling like you're looking all badass and walking like that happens. I do that all the time, man. Like that is something that is a constant with me. And I also now look at music in terms of, I mean, since maybe we started even doing this podcast, you know, music as, you know, how can I use music in the things that I'm fucking also doing? How can we use music for this? How can I use music in any of the things that we're going to be making in the future potentially? And, you know, it just makes you think about shit, man. If we had the license to do shit, you know, in like on YouTube or whatever, to like or license the songs and play stuff like that in that format, or like in shows, man, I have like the perfect fucking sequences with the music perfectly laid out, but the songs are likely unattainable due to the licensing cost. So that also kind of sucks, but I don't know. Anyways, all right, go ahead. You can go.
Yeah, the soundtrack part, I don't know if that's a major thing, but it is one component of music, of how it's influenced me, is that I can remember certain parts of my life because of music. And I know it's been used in therapy before, music therapy, for people that might have memory loss or something, that they hear music and maybe they heard it in their youth and then they hear it 80 years later and it triggers something in their brain that just makes it register.
Yeah.
And not that to say that I'll be in that grave of a situation, but it is interesting to think that if you were to put your life in like a 60-second reel or maybe a 10-minute movie that you can think back. Because I mean, dude, there was a point when I started doing all this stuff for music back in 2019, I can remember specific dates, like numerous specific dates off the top of my head. And I still kind of do it with this, but it's not in there like it was before because I haven't looked at enough videos. But whenever I would go out and record live sets of bands, I was writing the dates, and those dates just registered in my head. So when I go through the year, I think back to those specific dates. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, music has been music has been a major component of my life because not that I'm musically inclined, but my dad's side of the family there's a lot of has-beens musicians that, I mean, my dad's family loves music, right?
Yeah,
they have people that played in bands and stuff. And I did have an uncle that kind of made it, but not to the degree of some of the larger Mexican groups.
Yeah.
Maybe like low to mid level, but that was as far as they got. So I've always had a fascination with music, maybe not so much my dad's music, because that was a lot of Mexican shit that I just couldn't wrap my head around. And
did he actually make like an album?
no, but he can sing. Like he can sing pretty well, but he never
recorded any of it.
Yeah, and I've thought a lot about just because he'll sing sometimes at like our family gatherings if the situation affords him the opportunity to do so, and then you can't take him off.
Yeah,
but I've thought about like just having some type of music event for his family, even though I don't really care for them, so that they can all perform on stage all at once. But
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't gone around to doing that just yet. I don't even know how to make that happen, because then I would have to arrange with his immediate family.
Right, yeah.
It's just a pain in the ass. I don't want to talk to them.
If you fucking ask them, I'm sure they'd be, an opportunity for us to perform somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Listen, that's not to demean them and say that they're quote unquote like has-beens, but listen, man, that's every has-been's fucking dream, is be like, oh man, one more go. Let's go. Let's get the band back together, man.
Yeah. But yeah, even not the part about the soundtrack of your life or anything, but I also think about who's influenced me. I have cousins that live in the San Gabriel Valley, which is just right of Los Angeles, like the greater Los Angeles area.
To the right, you mean to the east?
To the windows, to the walls. And I mean, they were all up in the fucking G-Funk era of rap. You know, all the Snoop Dogg, all the Nate Dogg, all the fucking Eazy-E.
Oh man, Warren G,
NWA.
Oh yeah.
They like Slick Rick. They like Tupac.
All that shit.
Ice Cube. They loved all that stuff. I got all that from them. And my brother, who's probably maybe the person that has had the biggest influence. I know he got his taste of music from my uncle, he was into a lot of the 70s and 80s stuff, and I think even up until the 90s, but he just can't move on from that era. Like that's his jam. And I can't imagine living that way either.
Yeah.
Where you just get stuck.
And that's it.
That's it. I always have to be into something new. But anyways, my brother, always into weird shit, always fucking loved Devo and second wave ska bands like Madness and the Specials and B-52s. Like he was into all that shit. And punk and ska was kind of his jam, and that's where I got some of that from him. And then I had some uncles, and everybody gives you like a piece of themselves through music, right? And then you kind of like the amalgamation of all that shit. But even beyond that, dude, even just being shown music, I mean, when you talk about different mediums, whether it's an anime series or even video games, man, some of the best moments are because of the music.
True.
I mean, shit. One of the perfect instances of the balance of visuals and music, and I don't care if it sounds normie, because this can't even be disputed. It's the perfect thing. It's like Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop from start to end with the music on every episode. It's so good, dude. Like I've downloaded, I torrented all the albums for Cowboy Bebop because I love the soundtrack of not only the movie but
the episodes and everything.
All the episodes and stuff.
Yeah, man, that's a true story. It's almost a character in and of itself of the show. Like it's vital, I think.
Yeah. And even like campaigns for games, dude. And I don't remember if it was Halo 3 when they had the little figurines.
Yeah. That was Halo 3. It was Halo 3? With that. It was the action. It was like the action figures and it was the commercial man.
But it wasn't anything more than a piano ballad. And it was like slow played notes. And I was like, because it felt like a flash. It felt like a flash moment of the war going on within the video game franchise.
Because it was just frozen in time. It was this instant that was frozen in time through these figures that somebody had made this monument or whatever to. It was this huge display that they had made. It was obviously a commercial, and it's just playing that piano fucking ballad the whole time, and then it gets to finally. It's like a 3.5 minute long fucking commercial.
It's so good though,
and it's so good. It never stops. And when it gets to the end, and it's got there's a brute who's one of, if you don't ever played Halo, it's one of the enemy characters, has the Master Chief, who's the main character, has him by his neck, like the back of his neck, and he's just looking down, and then it hits one of the piano keys, and he is the first thing that moves in that, and he looks up at the camera, and then he just holds up, he's got a grenade in his hand, and it's just like. And it just really hits with the dun, 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 like it hits with the theme, the Halo theme, and then it's like Halo 3, finish the fight. Like I was like, oh my god, it's so good. Like
my dick's hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And you know what was another really good one? Not to suck Halo's dick all day, because listen, we're gonna probably do a whole episode about it on the fucking Team Killing Glitchtards podcast, which is the video game one. But for musical purposes, Halo 3 ODST, the fucking commercial, there's the one live action fucking commercial where it's this kid, it's this guy, he's like an old guy. It starts out, he's in the ODST and he's all grizzled and shit. And it's him at the, like in some battle, and he just has his helmet off, whatever. And then it goes and cuts to a kid, and he's dying, or he's at his dad's ODST funeral, like he died in battle or whatever. And so then the kid, it's showing the kid going through the training and going through all the shit. And it's playing this like drum, this like dong, like this hard drum beat in the background. And then there's just somebody because I think the guy's like Russian or something. And so there's just this person just operatically singing in Russian behind it. And oh my God, it is just so fucking good. The way that they time everything is just perfect, because it, like, as the beats hit, it hits to like the next sequence of events. And it's like, if that music didn't exist there, this probably wouldn't be as good. And I think that not necessarily just in advertising, but just in those cinematic moments in general, you got to have the music be on point, or else it's going to suck. It might not be as good. It could ruin the moment, really. Yeah.
I think another testament to visuals and music. I mean, I never got to play the game, but I got to see like other people play it, and I've watched playthroughs of it, and I always liked the whole thing. The whole gimmick of it was graffiti, like Jet Set Radio.
Oh, yeah.
I had a Dreamcast, but I just never got to buy it. But that game also has, I mean, when you're playing the game and it's got like the hip hop beats and funk and all that crazy shit, and you're just like, even like
it's sweet, man.
There's this song called Humming the Bassline. It's like when you're selecting the character.
Yeah.
And you just like, you just want to like,
you just want to just fucking go out.
Yeah.
Just get crazy.
You just want to start breakdancing and shit. It's so fucking good. And then even when you're skating through the city and doing graffiti, it just, it works so well. Like it, to do, and it's not even hoodlum behavior, because there is like this enemy that you face that is trying to control the airwaves, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But this is like the rebellion, the soundtrack of the game.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, shit, I hate to say it, but even one of my favorite like video game franchises, Metal Gear, and I just always think about the opening of Metal Gear Solid 3 with the James Bond theme, and that comes up in my head randomly at random parts. And I think there was a part in 4 that is there's a theme. I'm not even sure if it's exclusive to that specific game, but it's when Big Boss dies. And Big Boss dies in Solid Snake's arms, and he like salutes him, and it has like this string section that plays. It's like, wait, how does it go? I think it's the original thing of the Metal Gear,
right?
But it's done in a string. It's so cool, and even in Metal Gear 4, the trailer when they show old Snake and it's just like this acoustic guitar,
man,
and it's like it has like a really melancholic sound because he's fucking dying, and he's like he's like smoking cigarettes and shit. But man, it just makes it like talking about the timeline in your head, like those songs ring in my head just as much as original music from artists, but video games, dude. I mean, shit, there's this game called Undertale. This guy, Toby Fox, I think he made the game and also did the soundtrack for it.
Yeah.
There's a song called Save the World. Oh, fuck. What's this other one called? I think it's called Megalomania or Megalovania. And it's for this character named Sans. He's like a skeleton or something. And it's been used in Botchmania. And it's so perfect because it feels like it's for goonery, like or just stupidness. But I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of like other examples of how music has influenced me. But I mean, as far as like what I do with it, I mean, obviously we do this podcast and we get to talk about music itself. I mean, to me, it's also a source of it's looking at it as even like a historical record, because even the songs being released in a certain period of time, it could take you back to that era.
Yeah.
Or it I don't know. It's like commentary about, it's like an oral history of what was happening during a certain time. Yeah. And I don't know what else to add.
I like what you were kind of saying about music kind of being tied to memories too. I mean, I have that same thing too, man. When I don't know why my dad was like super into fucking Madonna back in the 90s. And I'll remember moments of my life when we were driving down the freeway at night for some fucking reason, or like super early in the morning. And he'd have this VHS tape of Madonna in, and he'd be just like chain smoking cigarettes in the fucking car. and like we'd just be driving down. So whenever I hear a Madonna song, it brings back memories of and then not just to say just music, but I guess, audio in general. There's a radio show, Coast to Coast AM. It's like conspiracy and aliens and shit. It's on at night, and me and my dad used to listen to that together all the time. So like anytime I hear that, oh man, it reminds me of sitting outside in the backyard eating peanuts with my dad, because we would sit there and we'd eat the shelled peanuts, and we'd just go through like a bag or two, and we'd listen to them we'd listen to Art Bell talk about aliens and shit. And man, it was some good times, right? Those are some of my fondest memories, I guess, and they're tied to audio things. And so when I hear those things, it cues those memories in my brain. And then I also, whenever I listen, and I still listen to fucking Madonna to this day, man. It's what I grew up listening to.
Who
and
doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. But anytime I do, it is this weird thing where anytime I do, he had a Mercury Sable, was the car that we used to drive. And
Sable,
it's kind of like a Ford Taurus, but it's like the Mercury version.
Yeah.
And we would fucking go down the freeway and he'd smoke cigarettes. And every fucking time I hear a Madonna song, I smell the interior of that car.
That's weird.
Which is fucking weird. Like anytime I hear, I get that smell, it like triggers me to remember a smell, and then I'll smell it, and then I think, am I having a stroke? Like, what the fuck is happening right now? Because that's what people say. Oh, I smell stuff burning, and then they have a stroke. Like, so every time I hear a Madonna song, it triggers that in my brain for some reason, which is weird. But that's just another thing that music fucking does, which is kind of I don't even want to say it's. I mean, it's a powerful thing. Music is a powerful tool to use. I mean, regardless of what your intentions are behind it, it's a very powerful thing to use or to do. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, tons of bands have used it as a for political purposes to influence people.
Oh yeah.
Whether that was nefarious or
otherwise
or altruistic. I mean, it has that power, and it's weird because it's just certain sounds. When you really evaluate it, it's just sounds, right?
Yeah.
And then you combine it with lyrics, and somehow it's magic. It's magical enough to influence somebody, and even just like the concept of music itself, because it's not something you can grab or touch or even see, for that matter.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you can only hear it.
You can only hear it, but it has enough of a power to move people to do things, whether that's dancing or, I mean, a band that was very much of the political stylings. I mean, there was a band called The Clash that or even the Sex Pistols.
That's cool.
God Save the Queen and all that stuff, and their discontentness with like the current political situation.
Shit,
and
man.
even the Clash, like the Clash were that too.
Well, look at System of a Down. System of a Down was
aliens.
I mean, yeah, it's all about political discontent. Essentially, every song is about hating the government and how we've been fucked by the government.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after the whole. I mean, they were kind of already like that, but then really after the whole Iraq, Afghanistan thing shit kicked off, they really went fucking deep on the political commentary. So, with all their songs, which is crazy. And then, I mean, Green Day has done it. I mean, fuck, a lot of people do it. They do that. They use that tool to evoke emotions in people to agree with their position or to follow a certain ideology or whatever you want to call it. Or even
to convince somebody that some subject is worth their time. Because,
I
mean, I would honestly say that the Armenian genocide would not be something that I would know of unless...
That's true.
Unless System of a Down hadn't been so passionate about that subject, because that's something they'd probably bring up pretty frequently within their concerts, but it was something that they were about to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, unless you're like crazy and, you just track genocides and, you just know about every single genocide that's ever in history. I mean, most people aren't doing that.
Right.
So, yeah, that's also kind of weird too, because if you include that in your music, right, you're really just, yes, sure, you're calling attention to it, but man, what a downer. Like, I just came here to hear some cool songs. I didn't want to hear about this genocide, man. Like, shit, Or even, dude, what about imaginary scenarios? Because some of the shit that you listen to, Viking metal, those people. People have nothing to do with those experiences or knowing what it's like to be Viking, but yet they envelop themselves in it. And treat it as though they were. They're of that mindset that they were. It's like, listen,
it's so weird.
I love that crazy shit that Heilung does or whatever. But let's be honest, they say that they're singing in Old Norse and they won't provide a translation for it because, if you don't know, you don't know. And I'm like, bitch, you don't fucking know. Yeah. All right. You're not speaking fucking Old Norse every day to each other. You're not out there fucking scrimping, fucking raiding villages and shit. All right. You're not Vikings. All right. No one alive today has experienced that. I mean, sure, it's cool to talk about and it's cool to sing about, but don't fucking act like you're fucking better than me. All right. Don't act like like you've been there. You don't fucking know. So
also, maybe I mean, I guess System of a Down didn't experience that shit either, but
that's what I'm saying. The inverse side of it is like, well, I came here to hear some cool songs. I didn't want to learn things today.
I didn't want to learn things.
I didn't want to hear about this genocide. I don't care.
Yeah,
that's the other flip side of it.
Or even with say Iron Maiden or Megadeth talking about alien experiments and weird shit, or even that song. I used to know the name of their songs. The one about the devil. 666, the number of the beast. Hell, something.
I don't know what it's called.
Now I gotta look it up.
It's Megadeth?
No, it's Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, the 666 in the devil song. Man, I do not know the name of that song.
Is it just the number of the beast? Is that what the name of it is?
I feel like maybe that's probably right.
Yeah, the number of the beast.
Yeah.
666. To talk about,
the devil and,
yeah, like running into him or something like that. the fuck is that all about? Like,
yeah.
metal is just.
I mean,
they take fantastic, like fantasy elements, or even just weird experience. Like I said with Megadeth. Megadeth talks about weird science fiction shit, or but they didn't experience any of that shit themselves.
I mean, true, that's correct. So I don't know. It's just interesting to hear about. But anyways, I don't know. You got any more? I think that kind of wraps up our.
What do we get? Where are we at?
We're at 55 minutes. So I mean, you said you got some songs.
Oh fuck! All right, yeah. Well, shit.
We can finish this off with, or unless you just want to save those songs for next time, we could talk for another 5 minutes.
Let's get them out of the way.
Let me fire this up real quick.
I don't want to say I didn't have this episode planned, but I thought, fuck it, let's just see where it goes. Where we talk about music and the things that have happened to us or with us in terms of music.
I mean, we did it for basically an hour. So, I mean, fucking mission accomplished.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me go get another set of fucking headphones. Because you want to hear the song, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Shit, maybe we could do a live reaction to
the music
video. Yeah.
That's true. You know what? Here, I'm just gonna pause it so you don't have to hear us fucking.
All right,
this. So here, hold on, I'll pause it. All right, and we're back. That was very, very quick.
Just one other quick subject, real quickly. One of the other luxuries of music is that it also affords the opportunity to meet people. Like, the community part.
True.
Not that I want to go at length with that since we already talked pretty
lengthy.
Yeah. But that's been something cool is that we've been able, through us doing a podcast, like to bend music to our will.
Yeah.
We're able to interview, Lana, which you can check out on the
Without Censor podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking number one.
Number one
in the hood, G.
Oh, video games. I already said that.
We did.
But Sonic, dude. Sonic 3. Sonic 3, the soundtrack for Sonic 3.
That and I mean, we could do a whole episode on video game fucking music probably.
All right, yeah, we'll fuck it.
But maybe we should do one. Maybe we should do that. That'd be a good one on video game and maybe, I don't know, some other form of music. But because there's a shit ton to talk about. Because there are some iconic anthems.
Yeah, we could do like video games and movies or something.
Episode. That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be sweet. All right. Well, stay tuned for that. That'll be a future episode of All Gas, No Trash.
First,
give it to me. Okay, so
Cosmic Psychos.
All right, as I'm looking this up, Cosmic Psychos.
Fuckwit City.
Search. No results. In my library. Get fucked. I wanna browse.
Maybe just go with Fuckwit City.
Fuckwit City?
Yeah.
All right, let's do Fuckwit City.
I actually think you should watch the music video.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's pull up the music video. Then we could do that. Music videos.
Because it's interesting. We're doing a live reaction, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We'll do it. We'll do it live. We'll play it. There was a problem completing my request. What the fuck? All right. Well, Apple Music's being a bitch. So I guess we'll just go.
How dare you, good sir?
Yeah. All right. Okay. What is it called? Fuckwit City?
Yeah.
Fuckwit City. Cosmic. Oh yeah, they're on YouTube, so we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, this fucking already looks great. Just the fucking. This is gonna be great. Have you seen the music video?
No. I did, but
all right.
Yeah, I did, but I don't remember all of it. So
all right. Well, here you can come. Fucking. I'll mute our mics so that people can hear the music. We'll do it like we normally do, right?
The music?
Yeah. Well, we'll play the music, and then I'll cut it out for the podcast version. Right?
Yeah, I guess if you want to.
Because are you going to put this on the? I don't
know.
All right. Well. All right. You know what? Here, I'll just mute it so it doesn't record, and then we can hopefully still hear it.
Yeah.
All right, let me just test
it. I would rather.
We'll just do that. We'll just do a live reaction. All right. Yeah. Here, let me see here. Okay, let me do that. All right. Now I may have to delete this if it fucking plays through, but let's try it. All right.
It's coming through the computer.
Oh, it's coming through the computer. I fucked it up. All right, let me go back here. Let me change my settings. Oh, that's why. It's because the sound is on. All right, here we go. Now it should be coming through our headphones.
All right, cool.
Oh, wait a minute.
So anyways, yeah, this group was introduced to me via some Australian on a Discord I am in.
Some Australian.
Yes, and he just posted it in a music channel that everybody shares music, and I thought this is fucking cool. Like this is true Australian music, and I think it portrays the Australian lifestyle,
The Australian lifestyle, or whatever.
pretty damn well.
Whatever that is. All right, let's see.
Hopefully, we get this on the first or the second try.
Yeah, it's fucking. I mean, I'm selecting it, but it's not. Why is it saying that there's no?
What, mate?
It's giving me the finger. Sound settings. I mean, it's plugged in. I know that much. Obviously, it wouldn't be fucking recording if it wasn't. Rodecaster Pro 2 main stereo.
All right, let's not get too.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me. That was pause it again.
All
right. I can figure it out. All right, hang on.
You mean on Adobe Edition?
Wait, hold on. Don't talk. Okay, good. It's not playing on Adobe. All right, cool. All right, it's not doing. All right, so it's playing now in our headphones. I'm gonna restart it just so we can fucking hear it.
All
right. So this, if you want to play it right now, this will be. You can pull it up on YouTube. The music video "Fuck with City" by Cosmic Psychos. We're gonna play it on our end. You won't hear it, but we're gonna play it on our end. You'll in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh man, he's smoking a cigarette. Here.
There you go. You'll see from this. Yeah, that's good. Mad Macca.
Macca.
That's what they call McDonald's over there. Maccas.
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know if he has mutton chops, but
it's like a half mutton chop. He's just walking through. He's at a barbecue.
Look at their barbecues, dude. Like they got. It's just for like kebabs. It's not like the shit that we have, like a Kingsford, like the giant
it's a propane. What did he hand him? A bacon sandwich, or is that a hot dog and a bread?
I don't know what that is. That's what I'm curious about.
I wonder if that's an Australian thing.
Probably Vegemite and beer.
Oh, Vegemite
sandwiches and fucking booze. He's got the crusty shirt on, dude. It's
dude, great. that shirt's he's been wearing that shirt for like 3.5 days.
Yeah,
I think he went to work in that shirt most of those days too. It's like his undershirt, and he just throws on an overshirt, like a button down.
Yeah,
you know what this reminds me of? Australian fucking trailer park boys.
Yeah, it is. Just getting sloshed, getting pissed as a fart.
Oh yeah. Man, people are just handing him beers the whole fucking video.
I was trying to keep track of how many beers he was fucking drinking in the music video. My favorite part is that they were just walking in the middle of the street.
Now he takes his shirt off.
Yeah.
Oh man.
This guy's carrying like an 18 pack, like in his fucking arms.
Dude, that guy has an 18 pack. Oh, now he gets a guitar. That's fucking great.
Dude, his bulge, like,
oh man,
it's so rotund.
It's so rotund, man. It's like, well, that's a straight beer gut right there, because it looks extremely hard, like an overinflated basketball.
Yeah, but it represents the music well.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm curious to know if this is like a serious band or if this is just
like they're fucking.
It's a joke
comedy. Yeah.
I think it's actually serious though.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. There's another one. Handed another beer.
Now he's got a whole crew.
Oh, yeah. Man, his fucking farmer's tan is just fucking intense.
Yeah.
It's funny. You couldn't really notice it until you went into the shade.
I found out what's like the equivalent of Cobra over there, or like malt liquor.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
It's called like Victoria something.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
Victoria. Oh,
it's called VB,
like,
but I forgot what the B stands for.
I don't know, something British.
Man, that guy's fucking toast. I mean, his face.
Oh yeah,
red as a tomato or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, he's definitely drunk as fuck, and he's probably sunburned. It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that was
funny.
Fuck with City from Cosmic Psychos.
That was fucking great.
It was nothing but just getting drunk and eating and then drinking more.
Well, and then basically telling it like everybody, hey, you're a piece of shit. And you belong in Fuckwit City, you bastard. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, that really inspires me right there. I have to say, that's another thing music does for me is it inspires me.
It inspires me. It gives me motivation.
Because honestly, I mean that. Not to say that we're serious, but that would be hilarious to make a fucking song and just call it, just rip it off, just call it Fuckface City, and then just fucking do the same thing. We're just walking, somebody's handing us beer and or fucking shots or something, and we're just doing that, walking around the slums, of fucking our town.
Shit, that would be the documentation of our death, dude.
Oh yeah, we would definitely get murdered for sure. All right, what's the next one?
Let me look it up real quickly.
He's looking it up real quickly.
I can't remember the artist, how to pronounce the artist's name.
I wonder why Apple Music is being a fucking bitch right now. I wonder if I might have to file a complaint with the board of Apple. Oh, there it goes. Now it's working. Maybe I just had to shut it down. All right, what's the?
So this is also going to be a song that has to be on
YouTube. You don't think it'll be on Apple?
No, because I don't even think the song was released.
Oh no, shit! All right.
Yeah. So his name is Demahjiae.
How you spell it?
DEMAH.
MAH. JIAE.
Yeah, and
he's on here.
The song's called Akimbo. But I'm saying the song isn't released on.
No, yeah, I'm sure it's not. But I just wanted to see like a picture of him or what his album.
So I don't know what this guy's deal is, but there's a lot of rappers that I really like. There's this rapper from Los Angeles named Young Morpheus that I really like, and I think there's somebody named Pink Sifu who follows him.
Pink Sifu, that's a good name.
It is cool. It's like Sifu's like
an instructor or teacher. Yeah.
So there's I think there's other rapper named Fly Anakin follows him. These are people.
That's cool.
These are people that I like, and this guy doesn't have a huge following or anything, but I heard this. I'm like, this is cool. And
right.
I think he's from Oakland, California. So
nice. So he's he's not local, but he's local enough.
California scope.
He's a California boy.
Yeah.
All right. This is
at least from what I saw, because when he tagged himself in or when he posted a reel of a sample of this song, it said the geolocation was
in Oakland.
Oakland. So I imagine he operates in Oakland.
Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, so this is Demahjiae. I don't know how to say that, but
Demahjiae.
Demahjiae.
Yeah. I'm imagining the H being silent.
Okay, makes sense. This will be Akimbo. It's on the YouTube if you need to find it.
Yeah,
but you could just Google it. All right, here we go.
I think it's Country Groove.
That's good.
So apparently this guy does his own creative direction for
like the music videos and shit.
So he does everything. And while it is weird to see him sideways or whatever,
yeah,
it does look cool.
Yeah, it does.
And I can't even put together like who his rap style reminds me of, but
yeah.
It just reminds me of old rappers or like MCs that I'm like, this feels something I want to hear or listen to.
This kind of reminds me of like very early Kanye.
Yeah.
I mean, very early, like the early incarnations of him. And then there was this other fucking guy that had this I don't know if this beat is akin to what he normally does, but it's that piano and that lo-fi kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
There was this guy, I think his name was like Hot something, and I forget what I'm gonna be pissed I can't remember this guy's name, but it was like Hot something, and that was all he did was just he made these like lo-fi beats and he just kind of talked over them basically, and that's kind of what this reminds me of too.
Yeah. So one of the things I kind of enjoyed when you talk about a good balance between the visuals and audio is that on the hard beats, like the I think it's called staccato, when it went bum bum bum, the red background like flat, or the red overlay flashing. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That already got me hooked. Yeah, my ADD, my ADHD brain was immediately captured by that.
Was satisfied.
Yeah, so it wasn't really that long of a song.
No, it's only like 2 minutes long.
And it's not even, I can't make all the words that he says on it. But it's just like his flow and the production of the song itself, like the beats and stuff. That is what I'm looking for in rap. I'm not really of the auto-tune rapper stuff. Like, I'm not really into that. This is more
your style.
This is more my
your
jam.
Speed,
yeah.
So, I agree. I like this better. The one thing that really attracts me to rap or hip hop or whatever you want to fucking refer to it as, it's the lyrical mastery of someone to put together a flow of words that obviously rhymes, but it also has to make sense in the sentence structure. Like, it has to make sense what you're talking about. And then the wordplay is fucking good, man. Like, that's what I love. You could be a half-ass rapper with making beats or whatever, but man, if you have some excellent on-point wordplay, I'm all in, man. That's the best part of it to me.
Yeah.
Is just the wordplay part.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, as much as I would love to dissect his lyrics, because he said some part about making tracks, like dragging your feet.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't follow people, I make tracks.
Right,
like
yeah.
That, oh my God, that's cool.
That's good, yeah. That's so good.
But that's as much as I got. I couldn't hear everything. But if he ends up releasing this song as a single in the future, maybe we can revisit it and just see what he actually
says. Yeah.
Fucking says. Yeah.
Just read the lyrics, yeah.
But new rapper, newish rapper, only has like 6,000 followers, but I was like, we need to start upping our fucking rap game. So this was somebody that came across.
Agreed.
That we came across. I thought was interesting. So,
hey man, maybe he'd fucking talk to us.
Maybe
we could talk to him and find out what it's like to be an Oakland rapper.
Fuck, dude. I mean, shit. Imagine living in Oakland. That's enough of a story of itself.
I mean, I'm sure he's got stories just about that, let alone fucking being a rapper.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys check out Demahjiae, and I don't know if you all will be into Cosmic Psychos, but you got you got your little taste of it. So
don't be a bitch, just like
if you're into debauchery in Australian culture, I suppose. Yeah, I think you might. Yeah. So this is pretty much the end of the episode. So thanks for tuning in, and maybe next episode might be no. I think we're actually going to have an album review.
Yeah. Who's it going to be? Are we?
So this is the other artist managed by Ourness, the management group that Andrew Klippel, the founder, created, who manages Genesis Wusu.
Oh,
this is another group, or rather, this is another project. They're called Royal Otis, and I knew about them when they only had 800 followers.
Yeah,
and the only reason I followed them was because he was managing them.
Right.
I thought they were great, and now they're all over the radio and shit. I'm like,
yeah. So is this their first album coming out, or
is first debut? This is the debut album. So
man,
I don't really know what to expect because I haven't listened to their music since like their first two singles. So it's been a long time since I even listened to.
Oh, so this will be new for all the way around. Yeah.
So
is this album just coming out, or?
Yeah. So it'll be February 16th. So next Friday.
Oh, okay, cool. So then next Sunday we can fucking. Oh no, wait, we're doing that interview next Sunday. Well, maybe afterwards we can do the.
Yeah, let's see. What day is?
Well, that's not the right calendar. That's January.
Okay,
Katie never changed it because
All right, so today is technically Monday, right?
Correct. Currently now it's Monday. Yes.
All right, so
the 12th.
4 days from
4
now.
days. 5. Yeah.
So it will be Friday.
Yeah. All right.
So I want to listen to the Royal Otis album for the debut album. So then the following week, maybe we can do an episode and just some of our video game soundtracks,
and movie soundtracks and shit.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, man.
That'd be a fun one.
That would be a fun one. All right, for shizzle. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. You can go follow us, Game Rage Magazine, for all of the wonderful podcasts and content that we put out. And you can also follow, if you just like this show, you can just follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official.
No spaces
or underscores or dollar signs or fucking any, no nonsensory.
I'm not $Ty or fucking.
Yeah. He's not fixing letters. All right. He's not putting what is it? Speaking leet or whatever.
Yeah.
It's in plain English.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So thanks for listening, and we will catch you on the next one.
That was the Game Rage Music Show. Thanks for listening.